All right, we want to try to get this the rest of the way off of here so we can continue on our rim. I'm not really sure if this is going to end up to be usable still or not, just to try it, but it's got such a thick bead that parts of it got peeled off like this, and I don't know if I trust that for very long. I'm afraid what's going to happen is that the tube would get down in there and get pushed, but I may try it anyway just so it's up on 4 wheels for winter time. But like I said, we'll see what kind of timeline we get, because I want to try to take and put a seal in there and the whole shebang. So step one is just get the tire the rest of the way off. So that's what we'll do right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man. This is Mighty Whitey, the 4180. It's been a good one for no more than I got in it. Buddy, what are you doing, friend? I got more money in tires, is what I was saying, in this thing than what I paid for the machine. So, and then of course was it last year or 2 years ago, we had the lube pump of sadness, and then last year it just decided it wasn't ready for springtime, and it fought me every single day for like the first 4 or 5 days, and then everything was fine after that. So, and then when we were done, then it decided to bring back the sadness. So yesterday I managed to get it broke loose and everything. It started getting cold outside, and then I had a visit from Dirk from Mama Bear's Homestead and More, so that was the end of tire progress for the day. So we're going to try to get this tube pulled out and flip this tire off of here. I'm probably going to have to start the air compressor and jack it up again, because now that I think about it, I let it down last night because I didn't want the jack holding all the weight. You know what I'm saying. So I will go get the extension cord and start the air compressor again, and then hopefully we can make this happen. All right, let's get to work. Might have to jack it up before we even start. I was thinking maybe the weight of the tire being pushed up would help get it out of there. Nice rust there. Yeah, that's great. So this isn't the first time that this tire has had its sins covered up. Someone else had the same idea I did, and I gotta call that place tomorrow and see what the price is on these by now, or hopefully they can even get them, because that may determine also what takes place. But yeah, this is one of those times it would be more handy if it had singles, like you know, 18-438s with duals or something, but that's not what I was blessed with, so we're just gonna have to go with it. Now, I think it will. Maybe not. Okay. Always start before you're prepared. You know, don't bring anything along that you might need. Just start in without thinking. Come on now. Don't be doing that. Oh, come on. Alright, will we get this done before sunset? I doubt it. We're close. Boy, are we close. If we could just flip one more little piece off of it, we'd have her made. I would love to roll the wheel just a quarter turn. That would sure help. But we can't do that, so we're going to have to work twice as hard. Which ain't nothing new. If I had a helper, a second person, one guy could walk around here and shove that bar over, and the other guy could be hitting on it with a hammer. But I've got one fat guy with a very small brain. Very, very small brain. Going half a hole at a time. Come on. We also don't want the bar to flip up and hit us in the face, if at all possible, because we're not that beautiful the way it is. We're almost to the point where it'll go. We just got to get a little bit more. Come on. Come on. Okay. We're to the point where we should be able to roughhouse it off of here. There. Yep. Come on. Whitey, come on. Come on. So close. We're getting to the point where a loader tractor is probably going to be what takes it the rest of the way off, because that will work. When you get it to the point it'll push off. I'll raise it up a little more, give it a few more hits. Let's try obesity. All right, so here we are in all our glory. Now, since I can't roll this as it is, I mean, what I'm thinking of doing to help myself whilst cleaning this up and giving it a coat of the paint as I usually do, I'm thinking of just taking all of the lug bolts out and letting it hang on there, and then I can just spin it on the center, you know what I mean? And then another thing I think I'm gonna do whilst it's off, which this, I've been waiting to do this anyway and contemplating. I got that other tire for a spare, which we can go look at. There was a singular rim and tire on auction time, and I thought, hey, that would be a good thing to have for a spare for this tractor. However, the bolt pattern isn't even close, and I really don't want to try to what do I want to say? I don't want to really try to dismount this tire, because I'm sure that will be sadness too, because it's pretty old as well. But what I'm thinking is I could, without, it wouldn't get too hot if I would cut out like around here a section, and if I get them to make me a plate that has the bolt pattern I've got, I could just drill 6 holes or so around there and bolt the two things together or whatever, and then we're good to go, you know. Maybe weld it a little bit, spot weld in places around to help hold it. But what I'm saying is I don't want to go happily welding on this with this tire on, because it'll go flat. I mean, the heat will travel up and make a mess of something. But this was good enough for a spare tire that I thought it was worth. I don't remember what I gave for it. Does anybody remember? It was in a video years ago. It's probably like 20 bucks. It was not that much. So it's definitely worth having a spare made, because if this thing would have a failure on the road, what would you do? I mean, it'd be very, very difficult to move. When that one back one went flat that time, and I looked back and I saw it was half flat, I just went ahead and unhooked it and drove it home as fast as I could, and I made it before it totally pancaked out. But it would be a lot easier to work on it here on solid ground than it would be in the field or on the side of the road with traffic coming. So that's why I kind of want to have a spare. So I'm thinking we're going to try to see how tight these bolts are. I don't know that I really look forward to that, although it is kind of oily back there, so maybe that will help us. Also, I'm not sure that I got a charged up battery here. I might have to run back to the house. So let me gather materials and we shall see. All right, I shouldn't have doubted myself, because I did in fact have a good battery here, and I think these are 1 1/8 inch. So we're gonna see if this will break these loose. I hope. Okay. So far so good. Let's take this. Let's just get rid of them whilst we go, because we know we're gonna need the thing off of there. Sure. One-handedness, yeah. Holding the camera and going. We may end up laying those in the cab, because what's the chances they'll stay there and not get knocked down? Ooh. Now the wind is starting to pick back up again. So much fun. All right, I see we had a difference of lengths there. Somebody must have run out. Will this let me do what I want to do? I think it will. It's just a matter of not being stupid. But I'm thinking, see, I'll be able to just spin it on there and let it hang, and then I can clean that up and paint it, and then happiness will follow me all the days of my life instead of sadness. So this is not bad at all, this rim. If you just gave it a good wire wheeling, you could probably go again, but while you're this far, you might as well, you know, clean her up and give her some of the old gloss black, because that really lasts a long time, and you know, that's going to be what you want. So that's what I'm thinking is going to take place here. I don't know that we're going to be doing any painting tonight still, because it's pretty dark, or getting dark, and paint doesn't dry in nighttime. Let's go. Oh yeah. Also, my jack is now forever trapped under there, so that's what we're gonna be like for a good while. We're probably gonna have to come up with something. Another reason I wanted to get this done and up and moving, I need all my blocks so that I could like do projects like split the Heritage tractor, you know, and blocks, that's a hard commodity to find, you know. Solid blocks, not these concrete blocks, those will kill you, but solid wood blocks. So anyway, yeah, I guess I'll get to wire wheeling. Sadness, engage. Oh gee, that's gonna be fun. Good enough. Gonna give it a little cleaning right quick. I'm gonna look at the weather forecast, and if it don't look like it's too bad of weather, I may just go ahead and paint it anyway. Because if it takes 2 or 3 or 10 days to dry, what do we care? We ain't gonna be doing this for a good while. We'll see what I decide to do. You don't have to worry about that in your little minds. I'll take care of it. It'll be fine, I promise you. So I'll get to working on that, but another step closer, see, we got us something. I mean, this is an immaculate shape rim. This is one of the better ones I think I've ever encountered in working on old tractors and taking stuff apart. So good deal. We'll get that cleaned up, painted, let it dry for a while. We'll take this rim off, and then we'll tackle this amount of sadness here, which is going to be something else, you know. Basically, we just got to get to that seal. With the way this is made, you see, this is different than the wheel tractors, so your seal is not here. I was going to try to clean some of that off so you can see, but it's made different, see, because it pivots up here, and then your seal is in there because of the planetary things, you know, planetary things. So anyway, guess we'll call that one here. Again, maybe not super interesting, but it's just something that I have to get done and something I encounter. So hey, film it and you can watch, you know, drink your barley pops while you're watching me struggle. That works for me. As always, if you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment. That stuff doesn't cost you anything. You can say absolutely whatever you want. Some people do. It's very obvious when people say mean things and they haven't watched the next 3 seconds of the video where that part is answered, but that's the way it is, and I really don't care, so go for it. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.